Gillie the Kid, man. He's actually went at Rick Ross. This was kind of interesting.
I bet you enjoyed this.
William Roberts getting attacked.
What?
In any way of his credibility.
I love the boss. Rose.
And here's the thing, man. Let's just get into this post first. So Gillie the Kid clowns Rick Ross for being a correctional officer. Let's play the clip, and then we'll figure out why he did that.
They don't hear the roar of the crowd no more, and they still think the roar gonna come back. So they be on Instagram and they be on social media doing dumb shit. I just bought a cow and all this dumb. Fuck would you buy a cow?
Hey, what? He thought I just bought a cow.
Yeah, you know I was gonna bake you, nigga. I seen you in them comments, nigga. You know I was gonna bake your goofy ass. Yeah, fuck wrong with you. Don't ever comment on nothing about me, nigga. When you used to be a CO, nigga. When you used to lock niggas like Wallow in the cell, nigga.
So,
this ain't got nothing to do with you, player. But you know I was gonna bake your dumb ass. I just bought a cow. Why the fuck would you buy a cow, nigga? You goofy ass nigga. Yeah, but
I ain't gonna
anyway.
lie though, I'm gonna keep it real, you know, they tried to go up on me down there, like, cause you know I made a statement and said I run a certain part of things. You feel me?
And if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Fuck
You a young nigga.
Now I'm still there. I'm a young nigga. I'm not.
And you run it.
And we running it.
Fuck these old niggas. They mad at me because I tell them, fuck them, all you niggas pussy, you ain't gonna do nothing.
Damn.
He ain't said it, I said it. These old niggas.
So Southside was there, and he completely, like, the producer Southside's like, I don't want anything to do with this, because he didn't know. He's like, oh, no, I know. When you say CO, the first thing comes out of my mind is Rick Ross. That's just, it is what it is. So he's like, oh, okay, I see what he's talking about. So basically what happened was, in May, Gillie ran into Lil Wayne. There was a post about him running into Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne ran away, something like that. Because Gillie, there's been a lot of reports, Gillie was a ghostwriter for Lil Wayne, and he got his style from Gillie.
Gotcha.
A lot of people don't realize that. And if you actually look, it's kind of, there's actually proof of it. In Rap City, when Gillie was doing his freestyle, like 2 years later, Lil Wayne did it, and it looked exactly like his style. Like, it just, the way he was moving is exactly like Gillie's, which is crazy. If you guys look into that, go ahead and look into that. So he basically left a comment. Gillie was like, hey, this actually happened. Wayne ran away from me. I was trying to talk to him, blah, blah, blah. Rick Ross on that post basically called him like a fraud, something like that, like a clown.
Yeah, yeah.
That post got deleted, so we can't see exactly what Rick Ross said. But this is why Gillie said this to Rick Ross.
Okay. Because I didn't understand it at first.
Yeah. So here's the thing about the Rick Ross CEO thing. We've talked about this before. There's nothing wrong with Rick Ross being a correctional officer.
Correct.
Him having a regular job is perfectly fine. The issue came in for these two things, and you guys. A lot of people tend to forget this, and a lot of people don't mention this when it comes to Rick Ross. One, he denied it. For the next 2 to 3 years, he wouldn't own up to it, which is stupid. That would have been a photo of me coming out. Like, listen, man, I had a regular 9-to-5 job. I was broke. I was trying to make ends meet. I would respect it. I'd be like, okay. Everybody has a regular job. Shit happens, man. That's life. Whatever. He never said that. He would deny it for the next 2 to 3 years, and then finally came out and was like, all right, that was me. That's the one reason why I made it bad. It made it worse than what it's supposed to be. The second thing is this guy stole a whole identity of the real Rick Ross. That's another thing that people completely look over.
Yep.
You took someone's whole lifestyle, whole name, and deny it. Now, everybody, whenever I mention this, everybody mentions 50 Cent did the same thing. 50 Cent took the name 50 Cent from the Brooklyn, a stick-up kid. His name was 50 Cent. But here's the difference between 50 Cent. 50 Cent from day one says, I took that name from the Brooklyn stick-up kid. I took that name. He never denied it. Was like, And the second people asked him, and 50 Cent was an actual stick-up kid himself. He actually did street shit.
Exactly.
Rick Ross, there's questions about it. Did he actually do street shit? So he takes the whole name from the real Rick Ross, who was locked up, couldn't defend himself, all that, ran with that name, became a big cocaine rapper and all this stuff. The real Rick Ross comes out and says, hey, what the hell? I'm out of jail now. I don't have life anymore. I come out and I see this guy's took my whole identity. What's going on? What the hell? I was gone all this time. And he never admitted it. Rick Ross has never admitted that he took that identity. He said, people used to call me Rick Ross when I was playing football in high school. Like, come on, bro.
Shit.
Like, come on, bro. That's the issue. It's not about him being a correctional officer. Cool. You had a job, 9 to 5. I respect that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, you're totally right, man.
People forget that, man. I was seeing that in the comments, people saying that, oh, there's nothing wrong. Gillie's for clowning him about being a CEO. Nah, man. You guys forget about those two things, man. Him denying it for all those years and then him taking someone's whole identity. People forget that. You know, let's not get it twisted. This is William Roberts. William Roberts. This is not Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, which I want to get on the podcast. I would love to get him on the podcast. He's a great person. And I want to do a
So he called him a fraud when he's a fraud.
Yeah. So, I like Rick Ross. I like the business he talks. I like the some of his music.
Yeah, man, he's good.
Yeah, I like some of his music. No, I'm not gonna front.
Yeah.
I like some of the. He's put on a lot of his artists. A lot of his people eat. Great person like that. I even like some of the trolling he does. It's entertaining. Other than that, man, he's not Rick Ross is nobody special. As an artist, I don't really see him as like Rick Ross is going to go down the history books. If you look at top 50 artists of all time, Rick Ross is not on there.
I just got a story that Hustling, when that came out, he was the hottest shit.
I loved it then because I believed it. I thought it was real.
It was a bidding war.
Well, the album just went platinum. It took 10. How long? It came out? It went platinum in 2019. The album took 13 years. One of his albums to go platinum. It took 13 years. Just platinum, 1 million copies. Yeah. That's what I mean. Is like you guys, whenever Rick Ross would say, in the Breakfast Club interviews, he'd be like, check the scoreboard when it comes to 50. I'll be like, man, let's look at the scoreboard, bro. You're behind.
Where are these numbers at?
Yeah, like that's the problem.
528,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think 50 did that in 2 days.
Yeah, literally, like a couple of days he did that. So
that's not facts.
That's my point. He's like, I'll release 10 albums to go diamond. Nah, bro, you'd have to release 20 albums because all your albums go gold. So,
Siri.
Even
Siri.
Yeah, so I could go in on Ross. You guys already know that, but